transmission line basic transmission line equations. Suppose I'm considering a general structure, parallel wire line, having some distance, having some length L. Suppose at a particular length from sending end, this is a sending end, this is a load end, So from sending end at a distance of x, the voltage is V and the current is I. Then the basic transmission line's equations looks like this: d square V by dx square is equal to gamma square V d square I by dx square is equal to gamma square I, where V and I are voltage and current at a particular distance x from sending end. If you observe these two equations, these are nothing but a second order differential equations. So if you solve these second order differential equations, you can get V and I. That is, you can calculate voltage and current at any point on the transmission line by using these basic equations. These are called basic equations of a transmission line. Of course, we are going for gate examination point of view. I am not going to derive how these equations came. Just I am giving the form of the equations. The equations looks like this, so that we will concentrate more on problems. So the basic equations of a transmission line: d square V by dx square is equal to gamma square V, d square I by dx square is equal to gamma square I, where Vi and I are voltage and current at any point on the transmission line from sending end. Here this gamma is called propagation constant. Gamma is propagation constant. We know that gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta, where alpha is attenuation constant. Alpha is attenuation constant. What is the unit of alpha? Nepers per meter or decibels per meter. What is the unit of beta? Beta is a, what is beta? Beta is a phase constant. Beta is a phase constant. Beta is a phase constant. What is the unit? Radian per meter. The unit of the beta is. Generally, even though we call gamma as a propagation constant, it has units per meter. That is, we can say per meter. The unit generally in terms of length, we can measure the unit of a propagation constant. Of course, we are calling here it as constant. That means, that doesn't mean that it doesn't have any unit. Okay. Similarly, attenuation constant, phase constant, that doesn't mean it doesn't have any unit. It is a constant value. No, it has some unit, alpha and beta. So in generally, propagation constant is equal to alpha plus j beta. Attenuation constant alpha as well as phase constant beta. How we can relate this gamma in terms of basic parameters or primary constants is like this: gamma is equal to square root of z into y. Gamma is equal to square root of z into y. We know that z is series impedance. Z is equal to r plus j omega l. Y is equal to g plus j omega c. Therefore, gamma is equal to square root of r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c. So this is important thing you have to keep in mind. The propagation constant in terms of primary constants of a transmission line. Gamma is equal to square root of r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c. Another important parameter is characteristic impedance. Characteristic impedance. It's indicated by Z0. Characteristic impedance. This is one of the important parameter of a transmission line. How we can define this characteristic impedance is the characteristic impedance Z0 of a line is the ratio of voltage to current. Ratio of voltage to current at any point on the line. At any point on the line. Actually, there are plenty of definitions for this characteristic impedance. One of the important one is the characteristic impedance Z0 of a line is the ratio of voltage to current at any point on the line. This Z0 characteristic impedance in terms of primary constants is given by square root of Z by Y, where Z is series impedance, Y is shunt admittance. We know it very well. Of course, I am not going for the derivations of these things, which will take a lot of time. The thing is, here we have to remember the formulas to solve the problems. So keep in mind these things. So the characteristic impedance is, I can write R plus j omega L by G plus j omega C. So I can define the characteristic impedance of a transmission line in terms of primary constants of a line. So here the two important one is propagation constant gamma and one is characteristic impedance of a line. Now we will see for a lossless line. Lossless line. So a line is said to be lossless. Then what is the conditions? For a lossless line, R is equal to G is equal to 0. Okay. So lossless line means the conductors are perfect. Conductors are perfect. That is sigma value, conductivity value is infinite. Okay. Therefore, for a lossless line, R is equal to G is equal to 0. We know this very well. Now, what happens to propagation constant? Gamma. Gamma is equal to, we know, R plus j omega L into G plus j omega C. We know it very well. Now, put R is equal to 0, G is equal to 0 in this equation. Then what happens? Gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta is equal to square root of R0 means j omega L into j omega C. So it is nothing but square root of j square omega square LC. So I can take j omega out. So j omega, because j omega whole square, so j omega square root of LC. That is nothing but alpha plus j beta. If you compare from right hand side to left hand side, what we can get? Alpha is equal to 0, whereas beta is equal to omega root LC. That is, for a lossless line, attenuation constant is equal to 0. Attenuation constant is equal to 0. That is true. Then only we can say that it is a lossless. Whereas phase constant exists. Phase constant exists means wave is propagating. Okay. So for a lossless line, alpha is equal to 0, beta is equal to omega into root LC. So this is one of the important point you have to keep in mind. Generally, how we can relate beta? What is beta? Beta is equal to phase constant is equal to 2 pi by lambda. 2 pi by lambda. For a wave, what is the phase velocity? Phase velocity Vp is equal to omega by beta. So if you substitute here, the phase velocity is 1 by root LC. Phase velocity is 1 by root LC. So this is another kind of relations. We know it very well. Similarly, for a lossless line, what is characteristic impedance? Z0. Z0 is equal to square root of R plus J omega L by G plus J omega C. So that is equal to, substitute R is equal to 0, G is equal to 0. Then what happens? This is nothing but J omega L by J omega C. J omega cancels out. So the remaining thing is square root of L by C. So Z0 is equal to square root of L by C. How we can suppose Z0, this is a characteristic impedance. So that is, this has some real part plus some imaginary part. Since here characteristic impedance is a complex value, Z0 has some real part as well as some imaginary part. For a lossless line, if you observe, we have only L by C. Only real part is there. Therefore, what is the unit of this? So since it is a real, so some resistance plus some complex value. So the unit of this is ohms. So Z0 is equal to root L by C. The unit is ohms. So pure real value. The characteristic impedance is purely real for a lossless line. So in one of the examination, the question is, what is the unit of root L by C? This is the question. So what is the answer? Simply the unit of root L by C is obviously ohms. So generally we like this type of questions based on concept we will get in the examination. Now we will discuss distortionless line or distortionless transmission line. Generally, a signal. So a signal consists of a band of frequencies. A band of frequencies. That is, a signal is having different amplitudes. And with different frequencies. Generally, a signal is a combination of number of signals, a complex signal, or with the help of suppose Fourier series, we can represent a signal summation of sines and cosines. That is, different amplitudes and different frequencies. Now what happens in general is, if this signal is transmitting on a transmission line, the amplitudes are attenuated differently. Suppose F having some amplitude A, 2F frequency having some amplitude 2A. So while transmitting, what happens, these amplitudes are attenuated differently, generally in a lossy line, because in a lossy line attenuation constant is alpha, is frequency dependent, For a lossless line, alpha is equal to 0, we know it. So that's why in generally a distortionless line is, because this is a distortion property, because generally in a lossless line what happens, different amplitudes are attenuated differently, so some distortion exists at the output side. So how we can define a distortionless line is, a distortionless line is a line in which the attenuation constant alpha is frequency independent. That is, all band of frequencies attenuated to a same value at the output side. So there is no distortion at all. So a distortionless line is a line in which the attenuation constant alpha is frequency independent and phase constant beta is linearly dependent on frequency. Beta is linearly dependent on frequency. If these conditions satisfies, then we can say that the line is a distortionless line. Actually, the condition for a distortionless line is Lg is equal to Rc. If this property holds good, then we can say that the line has a distortion line. Very, very important, asked several times in the examination. We can replace it also, R by L is equal to G by C. But it is convenient to remember like this, Lg is equal to Rc. Okay. This is the condition. If this condition holds good, then we can say that the line has a distortionless line. Now we will see what is the propagation constant and what is characteristic impedance for a distortionless line. I know that gamma is equal to square root of R plus j omega L into G plus j omega C. This is for general formula. Now what I am doing is, take R common from the first one and G common from the second one. So this becomes, this is square root of, I am taking R common here, 1 plus j omega L by R, G common 1 plus j omega C by G. Now this is equal to square root of R into G, Rg into 1 plus j omega L by R, 1 plus j omega C by G. If you observe here the relation, C by G is nothing but L by R. So I can replace this C by G by L by R. So then what happens? 1 plus j omega L by R into, again 1 plus j omega L by R, that is nothing but 1 plus j omega L by R whole square. Or you can place in in place of L by R, you can place C by G also. So now what happens to this? This is nothing but square root of Rg into 1 plus j omega L by R. Right. Now what happens? So this is equal to, therefore gamma is equal to square root of Rg plus square root of Rg into j here omega L by R. So now this is equal to square root of Rg plus j into this R I can write square root of R into square root of R. So 1 square root R cancels out. So the remaining thing is square root of G by R into L. Now this is square root of G by R. Square root of G by R. Square root of G by R is nothing but what? From the basic relation, that is R by L is equal to G by C. G by R I can write square root of C by L. So this is equal to square root of Rg plus j into square root of C by L. Now if you take this L into, that is square root of C by L into L. Now if you take this L into the root, L square. So L cancel out. So the remaining thing is square root of Rg plus j. Of course omega is here. Everywhere omega presents. Omega, j omega square root of LC. Okay. Therefore, but what is the gamma? Gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. Therefore, what happens? Alpha is equal to square root of Rg. Beta is equal to omega root LC. So, this is attenuation constant as well as phase constant for a distortionless transmission line.